Hey guys, good to see you again. Haven't seen you in a while. Welcome to Hooks Outdoors. Okay, so we're out in my shop tonight. We're going to make homemade fatwood. Yeah, now that sounds crazy. I got this idea from Joe over on his channel, Prepper in the Woods. Go check him out. He's over in the UK. He's got a great channel. I've been subscribed to him for well over a year. He's a down-to-earth guy. I got his permission before I did this, and I just thought it was a great idea. So now I want to share it with you, okay? So here's what we need, and we're going to go over what we need to get started. So we're going to use good old-fashioned popsicle sticks. So craft stick, popsicle stick, whatever you want to call them, okay? Most of the time, these are made from, I'm assuming, probably a softer wood. They break easy, and they give you some nice edges, actually, for starting fires, okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to soak them in turpentine. Now, the best that I could find was this Pure Gum Spirits of Turpentine. It doesn't say it's pure turpentine. It smells like turpentine, and it's very flammable like turpentine, okay? So we have to soak the sticks in that. So what I did was a couple days ago, I've actually been letting them soak for a couple days. I put them in a Ziploc baggie, and these are very well saturated. So now what we're going to do is we're going to take those out of that, and we're going to actually coat them in wax. So stay tuned, and we're going to get some wax melting and dip them in the wax, and then we're going to go from there. So my normal wax supply that I normally try to keep on hand has diminished, depleted. So what I'm doing is I'm taking old tea candles, and that's what we're going to use to melt for our wax. And I'm doing this, like I said, out in the shop, where it's well ventilated, much safer than in the house. I'll show you here in just a moment the setup I got for melting. You see I'm using a Coleman Peak stove, and you can see inside there's our wax. So we'll try to get you in close, and I'll try to get you level, which might be a challenge with my floor mat that I have here. So everything's starting to do its thing in here. We're melting. I did take the saturated popsicle sticks out of the turpentine. They're sitting in a Cool Whip container waiting to be dipped. And isn't this exciting, just watching a guy tear apart tea candles and wax melt? So we'll have all the little wicks in here, but I don't think that's going to hurt anything for what we're doing. And now what I'm going to do is just get a light coat of wax. I don't want anything super heavy on this, okay? You just want a light covering of wax. And that's because the wax is doing two things, folks. It's doing a protection for water and moisture, and then it's giving it fuel. The turpentine is the accelerant. All right. So if you're following with my thoughts here, you see why I don't really want a thick coating. Now I'm using a fork, so it's simple. See here's our popsicle stick that's been saturated in the turpentine. we're just doing a quick dip and set it on a piece of paper sack. Same thing again. Quick dip. I don't want to leave it in there too long. Let the excess run off. And we're just going to keep going at it here. Quick dips. I don't want anything too long. Okay. The other reason, I'm actually afraid if I leave it in there too long, I'm going to burn off my turpentine. And I don't want that to happen. So I'll bring you over here. You can see how we're just stacking, laying them on the paper sack. Okay. So I only have, I believe it's a total of 10 sticks. So we're going to go ahead and do these up real quick, and we're going to come right back. Okay, so I'm going to save you the part where Joe tried to light these without feathering them. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and we're going to take our knife and we're going to feather this just like a feathering stick, okay? So that we've got small areas that should light better with our ferrocerium rod. Okay, our ferro rod. So we got those. All right, we're going to put that. I want a little bit of airspace on that right there. I'm hoping that I've got these thin enough that they're going to light up for us. I'm going to see if I can bring you in just a little closer. Show you the feathers here better. Okay. So put those there. And we'll take our ferro rod. And let's see if we can possibly get these edges to light up for us. And there we go. As you can see, lit up very well. The key is you need a little air underneath it. I did try lighting one that was flat and it doesn't work. You got to have a little up on it, a little air, and lights right up. Looks like it's going to burn for quite a while. The ignition rate was really well. I'm pretty pleased with that. Big shout out to Prepper in the Woods. Hey, great idea. Glad you shared it and allowed me to share it with my my viewers. So, in conclusion, I think that worked out pretty well. So, if you're in an area where you can't get your own fat wood, or you want to do it yourself project instead of buying fat wood, now you know how to make it. You know, I think you could probably use denatured alcohol or even mineral spirits. Give it a try if you don't have turpentine, because you're just soaking it for a ignition fuel, and then the wax gives it a little longer. Now, it just quit burning. If you want a little longer burn time after that first initial dip of wax, give it a couple more dips. Let that wax get hard in between and coat it like you would make a candle, where you keep dipping the wick until you get the candle the diameter that you want. I think there's a lot of possibilities here, to be honest with you. So I want to thank you for watching. Please hit the like and subscribe button if you haven't already. Sorry it's been so long. Long stories. Of course, holidays take up a lot of time. You can see it's a little cool out here in this shop, but I just couldn't take it anymore. I had to try to get something up. You know what I'm going to tell you? Take a kid outdoors this week. Thank you so much for watching. Have a good night.